everybody. I'm Samantha with Richmond Tourism Talk. Today we're with Mike at Mike's Hike and Bike. We're going to find out a little bit about hiking, kayaking, some things to do here in Richmond this summer and where they should do them.
Well, that's a really good question. Although I'll tell you right now, if you don't already have a bicycle or a kayak, chances are pretty good you're not going to get one this summer unless you're patient and a little bit lucky. Most of the manufacturers for kayaks and bicycles have sold through their entire summer inventory. They're rushing to get the new bikes and kayaks and things made, but they're few and far between right now.
But you've got a few here.
Oh, we do have a few. And we're getting more in as the weeks go by, just not the normal amount that we could usually get. But we're getting them. Why is it? I get this question a lot. Because everybody is out and doing. And it's wonderful. I love seeing all of the people out on the sidewalks, walking their dogs, taking their kids for a walk, people out on bicycles. Every time we go paddling, there are tons of people out at the lakes and on the rivers. We go paddling in a lot of different places, and we go riding in a lot of places. Best places that I know of here in Madison County to go paddling. Lake Reba. Lake Reba is very easy access. It's not huge, but it's very easy to get to, and it's a great place to go spend a couple hours. They rent kayaks there. We rent kayaks here. If you don't already have one, you can rent them. My next favorite place, and because it's close to me, is Lake Willgreen. You just head out Barnes Mill, you turn left down Curtis Pike, you go about 1.5 miles or so, and Lake Willgreen is just over there on your left. It's free paddling. It's a big, beautiful, clean lake, great fishing, lots of little coves to explore. It's a fantastic place. If you want to head a little bit further south towards Berea, Owsley Fork Lake is phenomenal. There's a pair of nesting eagles there. There's lots of things to do, lots of places to go, lots of things to see at Owsley Fork, and it's another fantastic lake. Add to that the fact that we have about 65 miles of the Kentucky River around our county, starting at just above Lock 11 and going all the way down to almost Lock 8. Couple of portages, but other than that, there are put-ins or takeouts, whatever you prefer to think of them. Places to get in the river about every 10 miles on the Kentucky. And because it's dam controlled, you can paddle upstream and down with pretty good ease. There are lots of
good for a beginner.
Great for a beginner.
What I need.
And once again, there are places where you can rent canoes and kayaks to paddle on the Kentucky River if you don't already have one. Of course, we're the best. Have to say that. But there are so many phenomenal places to go paddling in Madison County. I don't see why anybody wouldn't get a boat and just head out and explore.
Good for your health.
Good for your health.
Good to get outdoors.
They are the original social distancing machines because as you're paddling, you've got this big wide paddle if you're kayaking, and if you get too close to somebody, then you kind of tangle paddles, so you stay socially distant. Canoes are the same. You get one person in one end, one person in the other, and there's almost always at least 6 feet in between. So boats are perfectly made for, I think, COVID. We should call them COVID
boats.
COVID destroying machines. I don't know. They're fun. They're fantastic, and we love getting out. Bicycles are also really big this summer. There aren't as many places to go and ride your bicycle if you want to just get outside of your neighborhood. Although if you want to ride in your neighborhood, because there are so many more people out riding, then it has actually become safer to ride a bicycle. Cars notice them more. The more people that are out on bicycles, the more cars notice them, and the safer it is for everybody on a bicycle, even kids. If you want to get on a trail, there are really 2 good ones in Madison County. One is just off of exit 95. It's at Whitehall State Shrine. The park that's right across from there has about a 3-mile loop. There are bicycle lanes that run up and down the road that leads to it from US 25 at the exit.
Near the interstate.
Yeah. It's a phenomenal place to go ride. It's a little bit hilly, not bad, perfect place for anybody that wants to just go out and get a little bit of exercise. And there's fun for the whole family. There's a playground there. There's a fishing lake. Really, it's a great place to go. If you're a little bit further south, Berea has their bike path down there. A little bit longer. It starts at the southern terminus is the Indian Fort Theater parking lot. You're pedaling through trees. It's beautiful. You get into town. at the Berea Municipal Center, I think is what they're calling.
You right? Yes.
Yeah, is it the Municipal Rec Center? It used to be one of the co-ops, electric co-op, I think.
Yes.
But there's a parking lot there, and there's that one section. Then you're in town for just a little bit, but there are good sidewalks to ride on if you're a little bit nervous about riding on the roads, and I know a lot of people are.
And why don't you share with them the proper safety on riding with traffic or against traffic so people always know?
Bicycles are vehicles. You always ride with the traffic. If you consider it to be unsafe, it's okay for you to ride on the sidewalk, even though it's technically against the law. It's an unenforced law. Every police officer, even the police chief, will tell you that it's an unenforced law. The reason that people should ride in the road is then cars notice you a lot more. You're actually out with the traffic,
Right.
and you're noticeable. If you're
Right.
on the sidewalk, you're moving too fast to be a pedestrian, and when you come to intersections, quite often that's where the accidents happen. A car's getting ready to pull out, and they don't see a bicycle that's moving 5 times as fast as a human can walk generally.
Right.
And so the car starts to pull out, bicycle, car, go boom. Bad.
And while we're talking safety, you want a helmet, you want your reflectors, you need lots of.
Reflectors are good, lights are better. The People for Bikes, that's the industry standard that researches these sorts of things, says that if you have blinking lights on your bicycle, you have a 30% lower chance of becoming coincident with a car. That means you got a 30% less chance of running into accidents if you have actual blinking lights than if you just have reflectors alone. That's fairly significant,
That is.
30%.
And we
is-
want our Madison Countyans to be safe.
Yes, we do. Helmets are always a good idea. I don't care how good of a cyclist you are, you never know what's going to happen. Going down a hill a little bit quick, you get a flat tire, boom, down you go. You hit a rock in the pavement, you get stung by a bee, and you end up bumping up against something and you go tumbling. Cars do things that are unexpected. People walk out in front of you unexpectedly. A helmet's just a really good idea.
And you can get those here.
Oh yes, you can get those here.
Get
We
those
sell
here.
really good helmets for not a whole lot of money. They're very comfortable and easy to wear. You should also have shoes that attach to your feet. Flip-flops aren't a good idea. Bad idea. Just they tend
Say
to
that
fall
for the
off,
boats.
and exactly, they tend to fall off, and you get your feet caught on the pavement. You scuff up your toes. It's really bad. You can get things badly broken. Same for loose and flowing clothing. Although it breathes well, especially pants get hung up in the chain, and that causes you to crash and things like that. Basically, your safety equipment's just mostly a helmet, shoes that attach to your feet, and clothes
Yeah.
that can't get hung up in the chain.
Well,
Other than that, you're good to go.
This has been fantastic. You've given us where, when, how, and all the safety tips. So that's what's so important. We want people to get outdoors and enjoy this summer.
That's exactly what we want people to do too. We're fixing bikes for people as fast as we can, so if you run into any kind of problems, bring them by, we'll get you hooked up and ready to go. Meanwhile, get outside, have fun, stay safe, and we will all get through this together.
Together. And we can elbow bump.
Elbow bump.